Hello and welcome to Ryno's Orioles Report. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Shortened 2-game series because of the rain. Friday's game is going to be made up late July. So that leaves 2-game series. Well, Orioles had a chance to win today's game. They won yesterday. Just couldn't hold on to the lead. Bullpen blew it in the end. Well, yeah, that's the way the season's going for them. They can't put together anything through several games. Not quite sure why. So you can see them on MASNsports.com. Let's get to game one. Toronto Blue Jays 4, Baltimore Orioles 5. The Orioles couldn't get their bats going until the 5th inning. As you see here, the line here. And up until then, they were being no hit. And up until a few batters before that, they were in the middle of being perfect gamed. Man. I don't know what's wrong with these guys sometimes. The hitters look like crap, but the pitching looks great. And then the hitters start to turn around. Bam, don't you know it? Pitching goes in the toilet. What the? Whatever. Gunnar Henderson, 0 for 2 strikeouts. Rutschman hitting an RBI. O'Hearn DHing in this game, 0 for but did walk once. Rios pinch hit late and did get a hit, got pinch ran forward by Mateo. Did not receive official at bat. Westberg with a hit, Mullins a hit and 2 RBIs, walked once. Clutch hit for Mullins as the first 2 run. Let me get to O'Neill with his 0 for. Kerstad hit and 2 RBIs. Ryno defensive replacement late. No official at bat. Mountcastle, Jackson Holiday to round out the order. Both 0 for. Kerstad, his hit and 2 RBIs came on a 2-run home run here in the 5th inning for these 2 runs. His first of the year. Good for him to finally get going. Adley Rutschman, his hit and RBI came with a solo shot here in the 6th. And then after a few runners get on, Mullins drives them both in with a triple. So they were down 3-0 at that point going into the 5th inning. And then Kerstad's 2-run home run, and then Adley's home run and Mullins hit. Bam, now you're winning 5-3. Of course, you gave up 1 run before the end of the game, but as you can see, it was a safe situation in the 9th. First time of the year. Holy shit. Oy. Mullins a double. I'm sorry. Wasn't because Dude Man dropped the ball in the outfield, allowing Mullins to take an extra base. It was ruled a double, not a triple. Rutschman, Kerstad, home runs. And those are the only extra base hits to speak of. Got to make them count, I guess. Mateo, stolen base. Because, of course, he pinch runs and tries to steal and gets thrown out. Yeah. Did it on the first pitch. I guess I feel you got to wait a bit. You got to wait a little bit. Because, of course, they're thinking you're going to run, and you're probably going to run early. Because why would you wait until, full count or something? You got to wait till, the middle of the at-bat. And I get you don't want to get doubled up, so you got to go. If you wait till maybe 3-4 pitches into the at-bat, you could roll over on one before then. But Alejandro Kirk throws pretty well. He's a very good defensive catcher. Make him work for it a little bit. Not like, we got a fresh count now. We're going to plan on him going. Good job. Yeah. Tomoyuki Sugano getting the start in this game, only able to go 4 2/3. This is not helping. Yes, there is a 2-day break. And yes, off day after today's game. So it's, bullpen's fresh. Okay, all right. But bullpen's Got to throw 4 1/3 innings here. Well, that kind of puts you behind for tomorrow's game. Whatever. Scano only got up to 73 pitches. Somewhat surprised it took him out, but it's whatever. So, yeah, 4 2/3 of an innings pitched, gives up 8 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, no strikeouts. Don't know what they would have done had there not been so many off days before this game. Or an off day after today's game. Like, what would you have done then? Aiken comes in and relieves Sagano in the middle of to get the final out of the 5th inning. No hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. So at least Aiken gets out of it in, 6 pitches? One batter faced 4 pitches. Well, that's okay. Baker in for the 6th inning. Pitching the full 6th inning. Does finally give up a run on the... Why has he given up a run on the year? I don't know. He's been pitching well. Does get credited with the win because Sagano couldn't go 5. Baker does give up a hit, a run, and a walk. Does strike somebody out. Okay, wasn't a homer. Santander got his home run off of Sagano. So there's that. Cano in for the 7th inning. A little early for him, but that's fine. Pitching the full 7th inning, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. Gregory Soto here, pitching the 8th inning, no hits, no runs, no walks, 1 strikeout. Yeah, they're having good games. They're getting used kind of a lot. Day game after a night game. For Sunday, yeah. Here we go. Felix Bautista on a mound for a save situation for the first time in a long time. And it was probably just as shaky as it always is. I mean, he gets the save. Pitches the full 9th inning. No hits, no runs. Does walk 2 batters. Strikes 1 out. Yeah, that's about the average Felix Bautista outing from what I remember. Because, whatever you want to say about how good a closer you think he is, I think his command is always somewhat shaky. But that's just me. Let's get to Sunday's game. Final in 10 innings. Toronto Blue Jays 7, Baltimore Orioles 6. Lot of scoring in this game. Orioles scored 1 run in the first 4 innings. Then scored 2 in the 6th. Nothing in the 5th. So averaging 6 runs through your first 6. How did you not win this game? Well, you gave up a big 3 spot in the 8th inning. Good job. Thanks. Well, it was bound to happen. The offense finally turning it around. Well, now to starting pitching, they're not going long enough into the game. Bullpen's getting taxed now. Yeah, all right. 2 days off the previous for Thursday and Friday. It's a Saturday and Sunday series now. Come on, man. You got a starter going out there for each game, and then you got 8 guys in the damn bullpen. You can't lock the shit down? No, apparently not. 2 games. You can't lock the 2 games down. Should have been able to. Really should have been able to. Very disappointing that they did not. That they let this lead get away from them. Henderson, 3 hits. Finally kind of breaking out of it a bit. Getting extra base hit as well. Rutschman with a hit and an RBI. Mateo pinch running late. Again. This time he didn't get thrown out. Rutschman doubled, so Mateo going in the pinch run, and then he's left there. Yes! Sanchez did get some time in behind the plate because this was in the 8th inning? So he catches the 9th and the 10th inning. Or maybe it was the 9th inning. I really don't remember what inning it was. It doesn't matter. They're a bunch of losers today, so who cares? O'Hearn with a hit. Yay. Jordan Westberg with an over. Struck out twice. Both on pitches that were outside of the zone. I mean, he didn't swing at him. Umpire rung him up, and then after the second time, Brandon Hyde went in there and he had some not so nice words to say for that umpire who was just trash. The strike zone is trash. And it's, I don't know. I don't know why fans are accepting it. But it's complete garbage by Major League Baseball and their umpires to not do something about this. You have how many outs recorded on balls that are not strikes? And it's been happening for, years. Think about the inception of baseball and its strike zone. What have they done since then to upgrade or aid the way umpires call balls and strikes? As far as I can tell, nothing. No fancy glasses, no, I'm going to say bifocals, but their glasses, I have no idea. Some kind of somebody in their ear telling them what they see with camera angles somewhere. You could do that. Oh, but it would delay. How much of a delay do you really think it is? How much of a delay do you really think there'd be? Yeah, and as far as I can tell, they don't want to fix anything. They don't want to fix it. They'd have done something about it already by now. It's 2025. And I feel like Major League Baseball hitters and pitchers and fans have been watching these strike zones for how many years, saying it's terrible. You could do something about it. You could do something about it. Well, I can tell you've done nothing. Nothing. Because you want to be able to control the outcome of the game side of it. Otherwise, why would you not do something? Whatever. So, Robinson Chirinos gets his Major League Baseball managerial debut. He is the bench coach. He used to catch for the Orioles several years ago. 2022, I think. Mullins did not get a hit today, but did walk twice. O'Neill hit an RBI. Home run. Yay! Good job, Tyler O'Neill. Kerstad with one hit. Ron Lariano, defensive replacement late. Strikes out the end of the game. Yay! Ryan Mountcastle, 2 hits and an RBI. Home run for Ryan Mountcastle. Jackson Holliday over. Even though he did get on base one time, but it was an error. They ruled that Guerrero fumble. It looked like a tough play to me, but it's fine. Call it an error. It's fine. I don't care. Rutschman, Kerstad with doubles. Henderson with a triple. Mountcastle and O'Neill with home runs, as I said. And finally, the stupid moving in of the wall finally benefited the Orioles more than it benefited the opponent. Because, who was it? Kirk. Yeah, Kirk. Alejandro Kirk hit a home run. Guess what? Wouldn't have been a home run last year. But it was a home run this year. Good thing it was only a solo shot. Mountcastle and O'Neill, both their home runs. Guess what? Wouldn't have been home runs last year either. So finally, we won that battle. I hope it's worth it, getting Mountcastle and O'Neill their home runs. Hearn stolen base. Hearn also picked off because he's dancing around out there. He's too far off the second base like an idiot. Of course, it's a weird... I feel like it's almost a balk by Barrios. He moves his arms together and comes set, and then he just turns towards second and fires. And I feel like, man, that's dangerously close to being a balk. Not sure how it's not. But whatever. That's fine. Povich getting the start in this one. Another starter not able to go 5 innings. wonderful. Only going 4 2/3, giving up 7 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. I feel like, look, I mean, I know you have an off day tomorrow. Part of the problem is, for one reason or another, this pitching staff this weekend, and as far as I can tell, the pitching staff as a whole cannot handle the bottom part of the Toronto Blue Jays lineup. And I'm not sure that they've really done that well against bottom of the orders on other teams either. It's like they're not trying. Most teams are going to stack their better hitters 1 through, let's say, 6 or maybe 5. 7, 8, 9 are going to be their weaker hitters. You've got to get those outs there. You have to get those outs. But the Baltimore Orioles are like, nah, we're going to play some games out here. We're not going to get these guys out. Oh, well. Good job. That's what cost you the game. Brian Baker coming in the 5th inning in relief of Cade Povich, getting the final out of the 5th inning. No hits, no runs, no walks, 1 strikeout. That's great. Good job. Keegan Aiken on to start the what's this, 6 now? The 6th inning. Gives it 2 hits, a run, a walk, and a strikeout. Thanks. Sir Anthony Dominguez coming on in relief to finish the 6th inning and then pitch the full 7th inning. Finally, a nice performance by a reliever. Or, I mean, Baker had to find one. Of course, they didn't push Baker any further, which is somewhat odd. How many pitches did he throw yet Saturday? Baker threw 13 pitches Saturday. I don't know why. Because that's the problem. I mean, at some point, because Batista was not going to be available for today's game. So that means you only had 7 pitchers in the bullpen. Okay, yeah. Well, you just use one with Baker. Try to get another out with him. Come on now. Why? Whatever, it's fine. Throwing Keegan Aiken in there, you can't get it done. Now, Sir Anthony Dominguez is got to close out, let's say, the... What the hell inning is this? I forgot already. Well, this is 10. It would be 9 and 8. It would the close out the 6th inning and pitch the full 7th inning. And he does it. No hits, no runs, no walks, 1 strikeout. Getting 4 outs there. Trying to take some of the load for the bullpen because the bullpen's got to cover. It ended up going 10 innings, so the bullpen has to cover 5 1/3 innings now because the starters can't do it. So at some point, you're going to get to your bottom of the barrel of your bullpen. I mean, you notice here Perez isn't on the list. The reason for that. Kind of in a funk right now. You don't want to throw him out here when you have a chance to win a game, when the game's close. So you're almost down 2 guys. Because these are close games. So you're almost down 2 guys in the bullpen. You got to stretch somebody out. I would have tried to stretch Baker out another hitter or 2. But that's just me. Then you bring in Soto because he has been pitching well for the, what is this now, the 8th inning. This is really what it was that did him in. Let's go to the play-by-play here for the 8th inning. Soto in the pitch. Gives up a double to Jimenez, then a double to Kirk, then a single to Clement. I mean, this is the bottom of the lineup because you see here it flips over Bo Bichette, Vladimir Guerrero, and it's like, 1 and 2, so 9, 8, 7, 6, and 5. If you're 5 and your 6th place hitter, you give up a double to both of them. Then the 7th place hitter is a single. And here it is with 8 and 9 up. You're barely mustering out 2 outs here. Sacrifice bunt, which they gave you an out. And a ground out to second base. Unable to turn double plays. Very disappointing. Because that would have been nice if they were able to turn a double play here, but a little bit of bobbling, a little bit of chopping of the ball, and just bad luck. Whatever. So Cano coming in here to get the last out of the 8th inning. Got to stretch him out now. And then pitch the full 9th inning because he's your so-called best relief pitcher available anyway. Because Batista can't go back-to-back days now after 2 days off and then a guaranteed day off after. I don't know, man. The way that they seem to be handling the pitchers, it's not going well. It's just not going well. Whether it's bad decisions or bad luck, it's just not going well. I mean, Felix Bautista had his Tommy John surgery, 16 months ago. He can't throw in back-to-back days now? Still? We're almost at a year and a half later. That's odd. It just seems odd to me. How many pitches did he end up throwing yesterday? 20. He threw 20 pitches yesterday. Oh, that's kind of a lot. But still, you would have thought that... whatever. I get that they're being cautious. It's still somewhat early in the year, but at some point you got to pressure the issue somewhere. You got to make a decision to get rid of one of these guys that just isn't pulling their weight. And yes, everybody that you might want to get rid of, or like say send to the minor league, they have no options now. Like say Mateo's not doing a whole lot. Few errors in the field, not really hitting. He has no options. Perez, scuffling a lot this start to the year here, has no options. It's hard decision time now. Between your hitting group or your offense group and your 13 position players and your 13 pitchers, I think at least one of them really shouldn't be on this team because they're not contributing a whole lot to the end objective here. And the end objective is World Series contender. They don't look like World Series contenders right now. They don't. I mean, if you don't want to use Perez because he ain't pitching that good, then maybe he needs to go. Maybe you need to throw Batista on back-to-back days. Especially when he had 2 previous days off and a day off tomorrow. You think that would have been the time to throw him back-to-back days? Because you could have ensured 2 days off prior to that 2-game stretch and a day off right after. The entire team had days off. I mean, even one batter somewhere. I don't know. Have him relieve Povich. Something. Saves your bullet with Baker, I guess, maybe. Whatever. It just didn't work today. Cano pitching his last out in the 8th and the full 9th. Gives up 2 hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. He does get credit for the blown save because he did give up the hit that gave up the lead. Where the hell was this? Yeah, Yanier Cano replacing Gregory Soto, Bo Bichette singles to left field, Ernie Clement scoring. So while the run is charged to Gregory Soto, Cano gave up the hit, so he gets a blown save. I mean, I guess that makes sense. I mean, however. And you're out of the top of your bullpen. You're out of the top guys of your bullpen. You went through your top 5. And Batista's not available. So your options for the 10th inning are, because I don't think you can extend Cano anymore. You got Bowman or Perez. That's all you got left. Cool. Wonderful. Well, Bowman, I mean, the man on second already, so. But of course, he gives up the 2 hits. So, pitching the full 10th inning does give up the 2 hits and the run. It's not an earned run because it is that extra runner out there to start extra innings. No walks and no strikeouts. And of course, Mr. Hoffman, who the Orioles said, will you fail a physical because of shoulder problems, comes in and throws 2 innings, 24 pitches total, strikes out 4. Good job. I'm so glad you went with Kittredge. We'll have to pay attention to this, right? Because Kittredge injured right now, but yet he didn't fail no physicals. Mr. Hoffman here failed the physicals, and he looks pretty good, actually. I mean, again, the more that things change, the more they stay the same. This organization apparently has absolutely no idea how to evaluate pitching. Not a good thing. All right, let's get to articles. Shit, I don't remember what the hell this was about. Okay. This article here written by Rock Kabatko talking about, was it Bradish and Grayson Rodriguez throwing bullpen sessions. No setbacks reported. No setbacks reported to us. So they're progressing. They're moving forward. Tyler Wells still at home with the wife, with the new kid. So he's still. Actually, Kabako mentions in here still waiting on clearance to begin pitching, which sounded weird to me, but okay. Apparently he doesn't have clearance to pitch. Alright, fine, whatever. Talking about Kyle Gibson. Kyle Gibson has made one start for the AAA team, the Norfolk Tides. What do you go, like three and a third inning or something around there? But he's still, I mean, at least 2 starts away in a minor league setting to be. So, I mean, what does that put it? A week and a half-ish? A week and a half until he'll be even close to being ready to come up and join the show again. Yay, again. Terrible pitching. Kittredge, what did they talk about Kittredge for? What did he mention about Kittredge? It just some kind of update. To me, there's nothing there, but it's fine. I mean, I don't really care until the guy starts throwing again. Okay, this article here by Brennan Mortensen. Really, I wanted to go with this picture. See your uniforms from Saturday. I kind of like it. I feel that going into this, we'll call it a promotion, some people were skeptical because the Orioles have done this before, many years ago, back when Jim Palmer was still playing. And they wore the all oranges, and it didn't. Players didn't really like it that much. Fans didn't think it didn't look like it. I kind of liked. I like this. I like this look. I think it looks great. Maybe it's because of the way they did it. I feel like the pictures that I've seen of those old school orange on orange, it was almost all orange. But you see with all the black and the numbers and the name, And Baltimore or is it Orioles on the front? It should be Orioles on the front of that one. You got the black line on the pants there. You got the black belt. Black on the helmet here. I like this look. I really do. Alright, wrap this up. Get out of here. Off day tomorrow. Monday. Yeah, I'm filming this. More things to do. Messing up my schedule, but it's alright. Filming this after the game, but I will. I'll post it Monday. I feel like that's what I told. That's what I said last video, and forgot. Oh yeah, I got other things to do. Oh well, whatever. Tuesday starts a new series with the Cleveland Guardians. Oddly enough, all games are scheduled for a 6:35 start time. Huh? How about that? Like you don't see that too much anymore. Like there's always, it seems like there's always an afternoon game in there somewhere. Fine with me. And then let's say no off day in between the start of the Reds series and the end of the Guardians series. So that is going to do it for this edition of Ryno's Orioles Report. Please stay tuned for Friday, and I will talk about the series between the Baltimore Orioles and the Cleveland Guardians. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I am the Angry Ryno, and this is Birdland.